The year was 1945.
More than 80% of humanity.
The place, San Francisco.
All at war when the conference was begun.
The goal? To avoid another world war.
They came to design together machinery to end war, a curse which in 30 years had killed 40 million human beings.
Fast forward 75 years, and the good news is no World War III.
The UN deserves credit for helping avoid a major power war since 1945. And if you go back into history, the UN also played an enormous role in guiding decolonization in Africa, Asia, and other parts of the world.
Certainly in terms of humanitarian protection and humanitarian succor, humanitarian relief, the UN system is absolutely essential. When member states provide the troops, the equipments, and the mandate to do the job, peacekeepers and peace enforcers can be actually essential to keeping the peace or keeping a lid on a cauldron.
The bad news? We now face COVID-19, a planet in crisis, endless conflicts, and a UN under pressure and under fire.
If you look at climate change, a global pandemic, poverty, conflict, the fact that we have more than 80 million people at the moment displaced by persecution, conflict, and atrocities. All of these problems cannot be solved simply within a national context. They are problems that go beyond borders, and they require multilateral solutions.
With the annual high-level General Assembly now in session, here's what the UN Secretary-General wants from world leaders.
Leadership in the sense of a very strong commitment to fight together the COVID-19, very strong commitment to climate action, and very strong commitment to rebuild our economies and our societies in a way that is more inclusive, fighting inequality, fighting racism, with gender equality as a major concern.
The UN chief also wants a recommitment to multilateralism at a time of increasing division, when disagreements among nations and rivalries between superpowers are threatening to tear the world further apart.
We see that great superpower rivalries, with the United States supporting this protagonist, China supporting this one, Russia supporting that one. The net effect of that is to cause the gears of international diplomacy to grind to a halt.
There is a risk that tensions between Beijing and the US will stop many UN agencies working effectively, and that power politics will poison the work of the UN system, including in poor countries which need the UN's help.
In any normal year, the UN General Assembly is a venue for nations to narrow these divides, an opportunity for world leaders to meet behind closed doors, smooth over differences, and try to solve the world's problems together. This year, however, because of the pandemic and the virtual format, world leaders will not actually be physically present, which puts a damper on what can actually be accomplished here as the UN turns 75. Li Ling Tan, CGTN, New York.